I think I would put my vote in for Derrick Henry right now because of what he's doing at the position he's doing it and the way that this team is just completely reliant upon whether or not they can get on board with. He has been so good this. They're 4-2. So good in an era where the running back position is not the focal point of any other offenses. It is about him. Now, we saw Cleveland last night. That is a D'Ernest Johnson, Kareem Hunt. This one, if Henry's not in there, this Titans team is not winning these games. Most valuable player. Look at this. Look at the rushing leaders right now. If we were to stop the season in a freeze frame, here's the rushing leaders. Guys, he has 265 yards more than any other player in the league.
With that
he
line.
is that much better than every other running back and that much more of a workload. All right, so what are the records here? Like, what is the smasher record of, like, the most yard ever? Okay, so Chris Johnson in 2009 had about 600 yards more than the second place rusher. Henry already has close to 300. He keeps going. Like, is Derrick Henry gonna have 1,000 more yards than the number 2 rusher in the league?
Oh
like,
my
is
gosh.
that? Derrick Henry is so good in an era where his position, Barkley, Kamara, Saquon, Chubb, are not having those seasons and might not be the priorities anymore. He's my most valuable player. The Titans are 4-2. They look like they're going to be a playoff team. They look like they're going to win the division. And for the 3rd straight year, it's not because of the quarterback, it's because of the man toting the rock.
So
He's the
D'Ernest
MVP.
doesn't have 300 yards in that
so.
offense.
I don't think
Yeah.
D'Ernest Johnson is doing what Derrick Henry is doing.
Pretty special. Any other MVP candidates?
You know, you make a compelling case for Henry. I mean, and what he did the other night was just special and remarkable, you know, at the same time, obviously. You know, I just saw Matthew Stafford lead the Rams at MetLife Stadium against a Giants team that wasn't up for that task. But it occurred to me, you know, Matthew Stafford has gotten a second NFL berth here and clearly is making the most of it. His teammates absolutely love him. They have a gunslinger they didn't have before. They have a guy that can make the big play, a guy who's confident in what he is and who he is, a guy who I would guess right now is going to win his first playoff game as an NFL player this year as a Ram. And he's going to do it doing stuff like that, and that's the no-look passes.
Yeah.
I talked to Les Snead last week ahead of that game, and the Rams GM, you know, essentially said, yeah, you know, Matthew gives us a lot, and we're still getting used to the no-look passes. Apparently, they're very popular. There we go. There we go. They're very popular team meetings on Monday because the defense gets to see them. I talked to Aaron Donald after the game on the field, and I mentioned the no-look passes. His face lit up. He said, did you see that? I said, yes, I saw it. They love this guy because I think they now know they can do this. They can be a Super Bowl champion with Stafford.
Got to do this quick. What other quarterback in the league could be off to a 6-0 start, their first time in franchise history since 1974, complete 73% of their passes, 30-plus points in 5 of the 6 games, and on the road?
Go on.
They're 4-0 on the road, and they've won by 12 points on the road. What other quarterback is doing that? They wouldn't be the MVP, and that's what Kyler Murray is doing.
Let's go!
Talked to Larry Fitzgerald 2 years ago when they drafted him. After the first couple of practices, he said, Chris, if we can protect this guy, he's going to be a star in the league. Now with all the weapons around him, special talent. He has a special mentality, a Warriors mentality, and being undersized, no big deal for him.
Here's the deal. You can say all the crazy things, what he does with his arms, the legs, the crazy throwing off his back foot, deep shots, cool plays, bro, all of that. What you just said is so true and needs to be underlined, highlighted, bolded, and circled, and that's the completion percentage. To have him play the way that he plays, the wildest thing to me is that Kyler Murray leads the NFL with 73.8%. That would be the 3rd highest in a single season in all of NFL history. It's no wonder just because of that they are 6-0. And guess what they haven't fully unleashed yet? His running ability. Not even a little. We haven't seen his legs play a major factor yet. Maybe they're trying to save him for the stretch down the season, but I can't wait to see that all come together.